Hi, I'm Chris Haller with the Utah Division of Parks and Recreation Off-Highway Vehicle Program. We're here today with Cal Taylor, President of the Utah Snowmobile Association. What we want to do today is provide you with some information associated with carrying the different types of gear you need when you travel safely into our snowmobile backcountry. Cal, what are some of those items?
Man, we got a lot to talk about here. So some of the key things that we need to have, first and foremost, you want to make sure that you have water, a good way to carry it, because people don't think about being dehydrated when you're around all the snow, but that's one of the key factors that we have. Then we have some safety items that we want to take care of. Whether you're on skis or hiking or whatnot, a helmet is always good to protect your lid. And also snowmobiling, you've got helmet and goggles to protect yourself so you don't hit your head. The next thing that we want to talk about, we can talk about a light. It's always good because you never know when you're going to stay after dark. And a lighter, caveman, make sure you got fire. Okay, a couple other tools that we have are knives and tools, things to fix your equipment.
First aid gear in case
first
somebody
aid
gets injured.
Yeah, first aid kit, and in there's a trauma kit, band-aids, whatever you need there. So that fire starter, yes. Yeah, I stash that everywhere because, it's cold, right? And we can start a fire, and that helps out to keep people warm and boost their morale. There's all kinds of things that a fire does. If you are built a fire and you're spending the night, there's things that are sleeping bags. We got those kind of deals. There's all different brands. This is a little tiny bivy sack. Clothing, this is clothing so that you've got extra gear in case you are stuck and stranded somewhere. You don't know how long you're going to be there. You want to make sure you have your warm layers on.
And like you talked about, hey, you're going to end up getting dehydrated and stuff. And so as you perspirate, you want to make sure that that secondary or that base layer of clothing is not saturated, because that could cause and lead into hypothermia. What else, Cal?
Okay, communication is a big one. I know for a fact on the machines, we use radios. So this way we can keep control of our group, because on a snowmobile, quite easily, you can drop over a ridge or somewhere else and they can't see you, drive right past you. If you have a radio, a form of communication, I can reach out and say, hey, Chris, I'm stuck. Come give me a hand. Come help me out. And Chris can respond. Okay, the next thing we got here, we talked about food yet. We got to make sure you always have food on you, because sometimes you never know how long you'll be out here. So make sure you got some snacks. Chocolate is always good. So the other thing that you want to make sure and carry is have some type of a rope. It doesn't have to be this thick. There's thinner stuff, but you want to make sure a rope can do many things. Let's talk about layering right here. So come on over here, Chris. All right, we got our mannequin here. So we want to make sure that we have a hat on our head, because that gives us a lot of warmth there. Make sure you got something around your neck. And then obviously you can see this coat here. There's different layers of these coats. You have your under layers, and the most important thing here is that none of these layers are made out of cotton. Cotton, we have a saying, cotton kills. So you want to make sure that you're not wearing that. And then you have a base layer, you have an inner jacket, and an outer shell that will block out the elements, and it'll take care of blocking the wind and the snow. And so the other thing that does for us is if we get hot, we can take one of these layers off, whether it's our outer shell if it's a nice day, maybe it's our inner layer because we're just warm but we still need to protect ourselves from the elements. So good pair of gloves, good hat, and good shoes. So obviously you can see they got blue toes because they're not wearing good shoes. Make sure you got good pants on. So that also takes us to another portion right here, is our equipment for safety. We want to make sure that we have a good sturdy shovel. It can be a nice long handle, good grip on there, because we want to make sure that this is a life-saving device.
And don't forget avalanche beacons. Avalanche beacons are extremely important because they allow rescuers to locate you should something drastic happen. We often have signs located at various trailheads throughout the state. And what that does is it allows people to check those beacons before they head into our snowmobile backcountry.
Okay, and our other piece of equipment that's pretty important is the probe. This is the rescue device. Keeps us on social distancing, but this also allows us to find people underneath the snow. So you want to make sure to have those three key important pieces of equipment. the shovel, beacon, and probe. They go together.
And for more information, visit ohv.utah.gov or at the Utah Snowmobile Association site,
snowut.com.
Thanks and stay safe.